He said "I do" was the easiest thing he'd ever say. Until the envelope arrived. DNA test results. His daughter. Except she wasn't. Daniel Carter, 34, getting married in 6 hours. Emma's father for 3 years, or so he thought. The envelope sat on his dresser, unopened for 2 days. Today he finally opened it, and everything he believed was a lie. 6 years ago, I met Rachel at a hospital fundraiser. She was a pediatric nurse, single mom to 2-year-old Emma. Emma's dad left before she was born, Rachel told me on our 3rd date. He wanted nothing to do with us. I fell in love with both of them, proposed after 18 months, started adoption paperwork for Emma immediately. 3 months ago, everything was perfect. Wedding planned, Emma called me daddy. Then Rachel's mother said something at dinner. "Marcus would be so proud," she muttered. "Who's Marcus?" I asked. Rachel's face went white. "Nobody. Mom's confused." But her mother wasn't confused. That night, I couldn't sleep. Googled Marcus and Rachel's maiden name. Found him. Marcus Chin, Boston architect, very much alive. Not wanted nothing to do with them. The first 3 weeks, I tried convincing myself it didn't matter. Emma was mine. 3 years of bedtime stories, scraped knees, first day of kindergarten. But the doubt ate at me. I ordered the DNA test online. Swab kit arrived in unmarked packaging. Collected Emma's sample while she slept. Brushed her hair back. She smiled in her dreams. I felt like a criminal. 2 weeks later, the envelope arrived. Thursday afternoon. I hid it in my car. Wedding invitations were already mailed. Venue deposit paid. Rachel's dress altered. Friday morning, Rachel found me staring at the envelope. "What's that?" she asked. "Work documents," I lied. She kissed my forehead. "2 more days, babe, then we're officially a family." I smiled, but I couldn't open it in front of her. Saturday morning, wedding day, 6 a.m. Rachel was at her mother's house getting ready. I sat alone in our bedroom, envelope in my hands. That's when I decided. Whatever was inside, I needed to know before I stood at that altar. Because if Emma wasn't mine, Rachel had lied for 3 years. About everything. I tore it open, scanned to the bottom line. Probability of paternity, 0%. Not my daughter. I called my best man. "Matt, I need you here, now." 20 minutes later, he was reading the results. "What are you going to do?" he whispered. "I don't know, but I'm not standing at that altar without answers." I drove to Rachel's mother's house, 7:30 a.m. Bridesmaids were doing makeup. Rachel came to the door in her robe. "Daniel, you're not supposed to see me before—" "Who's Marcus Chen?" I interrupted. Her face drained of color. "Let's talk outside," she whispered. We stood in the driveway. I handed her the DNA results. She read them. Her hands started shaking. "Daniel, I can explain. You told me Emma's father wanted nothing to do with her," I said quietly. "That was a lie, wasn't it?" She started crying. "Marcus didn't know I was pregnant. We broke up before I found out." "Then why lie?" I demanded. "Why tell me he abandoned you?" "Because you wouldn't have stayed," she shouted. "If you knew he was a good man, that he had money, that he'd want custody, you trapped me," I said. Her mother came outside, saw the paper in Rachel's hands. "Oh, Rachel," she whispered, "what did you do?" Rachel grabbed my arm. "Daniel, please, the wedding—" "There's no wedding," I said. "You've been lying to me for 3 years, about Emma, about Marcus, about everything." "But you love Emma," Rachel cried. "I do," I said. "Which is why I'm not going to be part of this lie anymore." Her bridesmaids were watching from the window now. "You can tell them whatever you want," I said. "But I'm calling the venue, canceling everything." "Daniel, please," she begged. "Does Marcus know Emma exists?" I asked. She looked away. That was my answer. "You owe him the truth," I said, "just like you owed me."
I canceled the venue, called my best man, explained everything. That evening, I drove to Emma's grandmother's house. Rachel had dropped her there that morning. Emma ran to me. "Daddy, why didn't you get married?" I knelt down. "Sometimes grown-ups make mistakes, but I still love you. That part's never changing." 3 weeks later, I filed for custody.
The adoption wasn't finalized, but I'd been her father for 3 years. Courts recognized that. I found Marcus, sent him a letter with Emma's photo and the truth. He called me crying. "I had no idea," he said. "Rachel told me she never wanted kids. That's why we broke up." Today, Emma has 2 fathers who love her. Marcus sees her on weekends. I have primary custody. Rachel lost custody because she lied to everyone, including the court. Because I showed up when it mattered, even when the truth destroyed everything. Sometimes the biggest gift comes wrapped in the worst timing. And sometimes you lose a wedding to gain your integrity back.